Hey everyone, this is Ruby Leaf, also known as Shadow Rose VA, and I just got back from seeing the new Masaki Yussa film, Ride Your Wave, and joining me for the third time again is my good friend Amanda Ellis. Amanda, say hello again.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Tell me about your love for Masaki Yussa.
I mean, his films are beautiful and cerebral and grounded. They're just very pleasant to watch and enjoy. I really enjoyed Ride Your Wave. It was a nice emotional journey, but it wasn't too heavy-handed.
No, wasn't too. This ain't no Devilman Crybaby.
No. I enjoyed this quite a bit.
As the animation buff of the two of us, tell us how you felt.
The animation was very beautiful. The only failing, I think, of the movie was the repetition, because there was so much about memory. So you kept seeing the same animation recycled a lot. But then I was thinking about it because I knew we were going to do this, and I was like, oh, maybe that's even a reference to waves, the way they repeat, the way you gotta keep
smart!
Going. I know, and I was like, oh, so even the cheapness is smart. And the same, I had the same thing with the song they use. You hear the same two bars of this song over and over again, and it gets a little bit annoying.
I really like the colors.
Yeah,
the colors really popped up.
The contrast between orange and blue, very strong in this film, especially compared to the contrast between fire and water.
Dang it, that's good!
I know, there's layers!
Holy shit! Because now I'm thinking, like, the girl's orange fire, the boy's blue water, he helps save, and that shit's good.
There's a lot of balance in this movie. It's very beautiful.
I think when I was watching this movie, I kind of realized what I like so much about Masaki Yussa anime or movies, and why I always love their characters, is because they're quirky, but they live in a world that allows them to be quirky. No one's like stopping them from being quirky.
No.
They have their traits, and everyone has their own deal, and it's fine to be like... almost every, especially the airing season, Keep Your Hands Off Izoken, everyone's weird in that, and everyone's just, like, loving it.
Yeah. I feel like that might be a reflection of, like, the people that the writers knew. Like, it's just weird people like to write weird people. And it's nice to have them in a world where it's not, like, them just trying to fight for their existence. Like, they can exist and their conflict is somewhere else.
I really like the use of the way, like, and I'm gonna say this because it's in all the trailers, the way that it showed the grieving of death of a loved one, even though I've seen that kind of story done a million times. The way that they bring it in with the properties of the movie, like the waves and the water and the song.
And this movie shows that grief is a process.
Oh, it's a hell of a process.
It's small steps, and it's not a straight line. And you're going to still, even when you can get past it, you're still going to cry.
I want to see someone watch this movie who doesn't know the trailer, who doesn't know that the boy dies, and she sees him in the water, watching that first third, where it's so happy. I'm just sitting back and I'm like, fuck, when's he gonna die?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is painful.
Like the first 15 minutes of Up. It's the same thing.
But at the same time, when they sang the full song together, and they were laughing in between, that was so much. That was so beautiful. Because, usually when you have songs and stuff, it's unbroken, but this, they kept on breaking because they were breathing, and they were laughing. And it shows their happiness in their relationship. Yeah,
the relationship in this movie was very strong. The core one between the two main characters. It's just very genuine. Little moments that couples share. As somebody who is in a relationship, it really resonated with me. And it's nice. It was pleasant.
I was noticing, even though one of our characters is in a swimsuit a lot, there's no fan service or idea of fan service, and like in other stuff.
Yeah, it's not...
Like in Weathering With You, you gotta have that one joke.
No, there were no jokes at the expense of the swimsuit wearer. And it's... you see parts of her body just because of the different camera angles, but it's not doing that for sexual gratification.
Mm-hmm.
It's just doing it because that's how she exists, that's who she is.
Yes.
I noticed at one point in the movie, this might be a little spoilery, but when she's more guarded, she starts wearing a full-bodied swimsuit.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
There are lots of little details like that in the movie.
Oh yeah, Masaki Yussa always does visual storytelling with his stuff.
I think that's why this movie is so strong. It's just so much attention to detail went to it.
Mm-hmm.
From the animation to the colors
Oh yeah.
to the themes.
I mean, it kind of helps that this is the studio that made this is his studio.
Yeah.
So he has 100% control over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Any problems that you have with the film? I had 2, but I'll let you go first.
There was that repetition problem that I mentioned before, but even that kind of, you can argue it in different ways. Nothing that really stood out to me that I'm trying to think of it now. I just tried to enjoy myself. It was a little fluffy at points, but what were your problems?
Well, I had 2 problems. One was the supernatural element of it, where she can see him in the water, but no one else can.
Yeah.
So throughout the movie, you're not really sure, is this actually happening, or is this how she goes through her process of it? And without spoiling any major stuff, the movie does come to a point where it does heavily lean into one aspect of whether it's real or not. And I think that the whole script and movie would have been stronger if they had left it completely vague.
Okay,
whether
so you want ambiguous.
He was really... Oh yeah, I love ambiguous. The same thing happened with Mirai.
Yeah.
If the kid was actually going on those adventures or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end the movie leaned heavily towards one direction. And I'm like, just keep ambiguous. It's much stronger when you keep things ambiguous.
Yeah.
But it still works 100%, but I always love ambiguous stuff. And my other problem...
They would have to rewrite the entire end of that movie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For your plan to work.
100%, yeah. So I see how it's hard, but... and my other thing was, here's an example. I love Kiki's delivery service.
Yes.
Though I'm not really a fan of the last part, because it feels like it needs a climax, because movies need a climax, when I really don't think you need one. Mm-hmm. And I felt like this movie had a climax, a big thing, a rescue thing, like Kiki's delivery service, where you really didn't need it. I get it, I know why you did it, but it's like, you could have done something more, subtle or softer.
They could have, but I would argue that all the groundwork that they laid was leading to where they ended up.
That's just, I just wish there was no climax, because I wish there was a more grounded thing than the giant ending. Again, I felt the same way for Kiki's delivery service.
I will say that the giant ending was really clever. The way they played with space and with water.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of good cinematography in that.
Those animators worked so hard on that. It's not easy to animate a figure moving through a background that's also moving with other things moving through them, and so much flow of water.
That's what happens when you take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Another thing I liked about this movie, though, and I can always praise movies for that, is that it makes you think about stuff after you leave it. It's not just, okay, that was a movie, moving on with the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's, this movie is making me think about how I relate to people, how people influence me, how do I influence them and stuff.
Yeah, this is the movie that you come out and it's like, how do I make myself a better person?
Yes, and stuff. And, how do I, where did I come from? Who helped me to get there? And how can I use that to help other people do the same thing? That, I thought, when there's a certain plot twist towards the end of the movie where I thought, really, that's really convenient. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, actually, this is actually perfect.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what you're referencing. You'll have to tell me after.
Too much of a spoiler.
Yeah, don't tell me now.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this movie. I'm still conflicted whether I like the 2 Masaki Yussa sort of stuff, his regular 3-act structure, or his fucking insane, I'm just going to make whatever I want anime. Like the difference between this or Night is Short, Walk on Girl, where it's one is nonsensical and one is a 3-act structure.
Yeah.
But this is another good Masaki Yussa
Yeah, I
film.
would say between the two of them, I lean personally more towards Night a Short Walk on Girl, because that's just so much fun, and so vibrant, and the animation's so beautiful. Not that it isn't in this one. This one's just more grounded.
Oh yes, of course. But definitely themes, and even though again a similar story, it's done in a way enough to make it unique. So I definitely liked it. Think for a grade, I'll give it a solid A-. What do you think?
I'd agree with you. A- to an A. Excuse me.
Yep. Unfortunately, you'll be seeing this video the day after we're seeing it, and it's only doing fandom for one night. So check it out if you find it on DVD or something.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I can't say go see it, because I think it's only playing tonight as of this recording.
Well, thank you for getting us tickets.
Of course, no problem. All right, we're going to sign off here. Amanda, do you want to plug anything for the third time?
For the third time, if you like art and colors and naked women, go to aje.jpeg on Instagram.
All right, check it out. It is good art. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.